In the year 1600, the vibrant autumn colors of Japan were bathed in a cloak of uncertainty. A profound rift had formed within the ruling samurai class, splitting the mighty nation into two factions. On one side stood the Western Army, loyal to the youthful Toyotomi Hideyori, and on the other, the Eastern Army, led by the cunning and ambitious Tokugawa Ieyasu. Among the warriors of the Western Army was a young, yet already formidable, Miyamoto Musashi. Barely 16, Musashi was filled with a warrior's courage and a desire to serve his lord with honor. He had trained under the watchful eyes of his father, and although he was a novice in the battlefield, his spirit was ready for the upcoming storm. As the morning sun of October 21st dawned, the dense fog that blanketed the valley of Sekigahara began to lift. The Eastern and Western armies, comprising a total of 160,000 warriors, faced each other in anticipation, their battle flags fluttering in the crisp morning air. Musashi stood amid his comrades, a single figure amidst the sea of armor, his hand gripping the hilt of his sword tightly. His heart pounded in his chest, not from fear, but from the anticipation of the battle that lay ahead. His eyes darted across the valley, observing the disciplined formations of the Eastern Army. The sounds of conch shells and taiko drums echoed across the valley, signaling the beginning of the battle. Like a massive, armored tide, the warriors surged towards each other, their battle cries filling the air. The first lines of infantry clashed, their weapons gleaming in the morning sun. Musashi, thrust into the whirlwind of war, relied on his training and instincts. His sword moved with purpose, parrying and striking with precise rhythm. The Battle of Sekigahara was a spectacle of strategy and martial prowess. Tokugawa Ieyasu, observing the battle from a nearby hill, manipulated the flow of combat like a grandmaster guiding his pieces on a shogi board. His keen tactics were matched by the raw courage and dedication of the Western Army, fueling a battle that would resonate through the annals of time. Despite their resilience, the Western Army faced betrayal from within. Kobayakawa Hideaki, a daimyo previously allied with the West, turned his forces against his former comrades, shifting the tide of battle in favor of the East. The Western Army began to falter under the overwhelming onslaught. Musashi, amidst the chaos, continued to fight with unyielding spirit. He cut through the ranks of enemy soldiers, his young face smeared with the dirt and grime of battle. His sword moved in a lethal dance, a testament to his inherent skill and the teachings of his father. As the sun set, the Battle of Sekigahara reached its bloody conclusion. The Western Army was defeated, their remaining forces retreating into the crimson-streaked horizon. The victorious Tokugawa Ieyasu stood tall, his ambition of uniting Japan under his rule finally realized. The Eastern Army celebrated their victory, their cheers echoing through the battle-scarred valley. In the aftermath of the battle, Musashi, though battered and bruised, remained unbroken. He took a moment to reflect amidst the carnage, his mind filled with valuable lessons. This battle marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new one, the Tokugawa shogunate, which would bring 2.5 centuries of peace to Japan. Though he fought for the losing side, Musashi emerged from the Battle of Sekigahara with an unquenchable flame of determination. The experience, brutal as it was, served as an indelible lesson for the young warrior, shaping him into the legendary figure we know today. The Battle of Sekigahara, the greatest samurai battle in history, was not merely a clash of two armies, it was a clash of ideologies, strategies, and personal ambitions. Its outcome changed the course of Japanese history, setting the stage for the emergence of one of its most legendary warriors, Miyamoto Musashi. From the fires of war, Musashi would continue to forge his path, growing into a swordsman whose name would echo through the ages.